right. What up, everybody? It is week 5 out from my competition in Japan, and guess what? This week's been a lot different from previous weeks, and I'm gonna explain why here in 3 seconds. But first, transition. So yeah, like I said, we're about 5 weeks out from my show, first ever competition in bodybuilding ever, and it just so happens to be located in good old Fukuoka, Japan. Let's go! Konnichiwa, hajimemashite, yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Ne. Anyway, the reason why this week's been different is because I'm burnt out. I've been riding on a high on this whole competition for the last now about 8 to 9 weeks or so, and I've been very regimented, very dialed in. But only this last week, my body's like, Bailey, we're having enough of it. Not to say that I'm going to quit or anything, but it's just that reality of if you push your body hard enough, it might push back a little bit. I've noticed my knee kind of hurts. My chest still hasn't recovered from my 265-pound lift. It still has a little bit of a twing in my left pec. And I'm just overall exhausted. Like, it is ridiculous just how tired I am. I know that's lack of food. Well, not lack of food, but lack of like carbs and lack of a bunch of other stuff that my body needs to fully recoup itself. But yeah, it's been very difficult to, like, especially this last week. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you over here. Like I said, it's been very hard just because like this last week, I didn't have not one, but 2 cheat meals. They were both ordained by my coach, my brother, saying, you can't have these. You are losing too much weight too quickly, because every day I step on the scale, I'd be losing anywhere from 0.2 to 0.4 pounds a day, not just like a week, but a day. And it's like, ooh, I'm losing far too much, far too quickly, because while I want to lose weight, I don't want to lose my muscle mass in tandem with my fat. I want to primarily just lose fat and keep my muscle. But I've noticed though, I've lost strength in the gym so far. Like, I used to be able to rep 225 for, usually eight reps, 8 strong reps. I think last week I did 225 at like maybe 3 or 4, and it was pretty tough. So I know my body, I am getting weaker, but this temporary, this is just for the show. But I can't help but be like, oof, am I losing too much weight too quickly? So we talked about that, my brother and I, and he was like, well, you're about, 5 weeks out of your show. I want to see what happens to your body on a legitimate, like, real cheat meal. And I'm like, oh, really? He goes, yep, go for it. What do you want? So we ended up having some pizza. I had like 3 massive slices. As well, we had some like vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup. It was so good. And my body responded great to that. I gained, 1.5 pounds. It was just all sitting in my stomach. But anyway, a couple days passed, I think 2 days passed, and then went to the gym, had a crappy workout, just felt exhausted, felt terrible. And I'm like, hey, bro, what's the reality if I could get a pizza? Probably none, right? And he goes, well, not literally, because, again, same thing before, losing so much weight so quickly. I know I'm kind of scattering all over the place, but if you guys know, my goal for this show was to get down to 165 before being stage ready. And again, bear in mind, I'm still about 4.5 weeks out. 3 days ago, I hit 165.2, and I'm like, golly. So I'm way ahead of schedule. And so I'm like, well, I can take that. I can push that down to, maybe 163 or something like that, to really try and get all this off. I mean, I am losing weight. We'll do a physique check in here after I'm done yapping and rambling. But that's just kind of going to show that this is a very big mental game. Not mental game, but mental journey. Like I said, just because my body is feeling the repercussions of this 100%. But I got to do what I got to do. So today was a very light-ish training day. Just again, I took a rest day yesterday because I was just so exhausted. But no, yeah, my knee's feeling it. My body aches. It's also like 107 degrees outside. It is miserable out. I have no AC, but so there's a lot of factors in that make this not as fun, but still showed up, sold the best I could, and while being smart about it too. I mean, I could just go pop another caffeine pill, go down there, try and rip 225 and try and do all this stuff and then probably hurt myself because I'm not being smart about it. So I want to be smart about it and do the best I can. But that's about all it for the updates of this very interesting week. But let's see how I look without clothes on. Well, look at this. Also, wearing a hat today because this is going to differentiate each day because I wear the same outfit pretty much every single day, as you guys are probably used to. There we go. Is that better? A little bit. But let's do some physique look check-ins. So, like I said, I lost a bit of weight, gained some of it back because of my cheat meal, but that's not really like getting fat. It's all in my internal organs. I mean, that's pretty good right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Chest striations. But it is just crazy how much you can get burnt out of something, even something that you love. See, when I'm looking at myself right now, I'm like, oh man, lats are not big at all. I have my waist is too chunky. But then I hit something like this, and it's like, okay, I'm actually quite lean. I don't know. I'm very much rambling right now. It's just one of those things where you gotta do the best you can, right? Just why not? So I apologize for that last clip. My little cord dangle thing fell out. And I apologize because that was not crisp audio, but at the same time, I don't want to reshoot it because then I would be forcing a real reaction. And I don't want to do that. What it was before was real, raw, authentic, and genuine. So thank you for bearing with me on these audio technicalities. All right, this is actually take two because my cord fell out and my mic did not pick up my audio. And there's so much fan stuff going on here that I didn't want to have that be my final thing. So let's redo this again. It's going to be it's going to be a bit of a ramble session because that's all the first one was. But right now, here I am. This is how I'm looking. You know, it's not terrible by any means, but it's just been tough because, like I said, the burnout is real. There's nothing more that I want to do than take a couple rest days, have some ice cream, have a pack of gummy worms or something, and just kind of veg out and just totally feast. But it's going to be worth it. So I got to keep telling myself that because, I mean, who else really commits something like this? Hope that was in line. But for real, something crazy like, here, I'll get a little bit lower. It's something crazy like the population that actually works out or has a gym membership and then actually shows up at the gym, and then that sub portion of people, and then even smaller than actually work out, 6 days a week, have a six pack, and bench heavy, and even want to commit to a show. It's like, no, Bailey, you're doing pretty darn good for yourself. So I have to be proud of that and not be prideful, but just be proud of the fact that I'm really committing to something bigger than myself at this. But I just want to call attention to, I don't know how I can even really do that. I'm getting ab striations or something like that. I don't know how I do it. I just kind of rest and all of a sudden, boom, they show up. But Yeah, they'll pop up again when I least expect them. But when it comes to fat, as you can see, I'm pinching and it's just skin here. That is very new for me. I still need to get this lower abs, like I have my one, two. This guy's like non-existent. I can't really see it. You can kind of see from the side. There, maybe that's a better view. Maybe not. I don't want to be cut off as well. But it's there, but not really. Let's try doing a vacuum. Uh, that was decent, but I didn't really like that. But it is just crazy. I'm rambling right now, but I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It does mean a whole lot to me. My goal before this, before my competition, is to reach 100 subscribers. So in about like 5 weeks or so, if I could crush that goal, I need your guys' help on that. I'd appreciate it so much. I know there's that whole new YouTube monetization policy change here coming up like next February. I know let's try and hit like 10,000 subscribers before and 8,000 watch hours, whatever the new stupid metric is. But again, I appreciate you guys' support so much. Please follow along for the next installment of this and keep working on being your best self. You got this. Only you can do it. Matane.